Greetings and welcome to Jefficho Films. I'm your host, Jefficho, and my co-host is Sean. Say hi, Sean.
Hi there.
So today, what are we going to review, Sean?
Mandy.
Oh, why are we going to do that?
Because it's an awesome movie.
It is an awesome movie. Sundance Film Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Some would call it a revenge flick. I think of it more as a love story.
It's a revenge love story.
I mean, you love something that's taken from you. You still love it. It's still a love story.
Yeah. And it's out of love that you murder everyone who took it away from you.
You know, they had it coming, Sean. They had it coming.
They really did.
Nick Cage plays Red Miller in this, and Andrea Riseborough plays Mandy Bloom. And I remember her from Oblivion, where she was Tom Cruise's sort of love interest.
I have not seen that.
Well, you're missing out.
Yeah.
You're missing out. Good sci-fi. I'm pretty sure Cage read the script and was just like, oh, I'll do this if I can wear baseball shirts. I got a cool one with a tiger. Hey, we should put a tiger in this too.
That's right. And act crazy for no reason. Well, is there a reason for him to act crazy?
I thought it was well earned.
No.
I was just like, okay, he's normal Cage. He's normal Cage. He's in his underwear in the bathroom. He was stabbed. Okay, now he's crazy Cage. That makes sense.
That's true. He was a progression to more crazy Cage. I'll give you that. Okay.
And I don't think he became crazy after that. I think he was attacked and the circumstances were the circumstances.
Yeah. Because when you're murdering people in their house and they leave a whole bunch of drugs around, you're like, we're jumping ahead. I'm going to sample that. You know, like it's just, I don't know.
Hey, you're in pain. Drugs take away the pain. I'm not procreating drug use.
Of course not. Only when committing revenge murder.
Yeah. Then, you're already expecting to die, so why not?
Use the cocaine.
Yeah. Use the LSD that turns these people into demons. First off, Sean, this movie has some fantastic music.
Yes. I think it's probably the best part of the whole movie. For me, personally, just amazing score. It's
I think
phenomenal.
King Crimson is the intro, and it's a pretty cool song. It's like an 11-minute song. That's right up your alley.
Yes, it is. I love King Crimson. I do.
Yeah, set in 83 at the Shadow Mountains, which is an actual place in California.
Did not know that.
Cage is like a forester cutting down trees. Mandy is an artist who works at a gas station. And she's a bird of a different feather.
Yeah, just sits around reading a book, I guess, as you do. And
wears her metal shirts, jumping all the way to the end. They meet in like some like club, and it's just total rock club and everything. They're wearing their hardcore shirts, and it's like, hey. That's cool. They're chilling together. Their bedroom is sweet. Like, I'd be a little creeped out if I didn't have curtains or something.
Yeah.
But like, it's cool that like it's all outside the house.
Right. Well, they're in the middle of nowhere, so they're not really worried about,
some guy going on a hike.
Some guy coming by and murdering you. Abducting you and murdering you. But other than that,
they're talking about their favorite planets. I believe hers was Jupiter. His was Saturn. Mine's Neptune.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I like good old Pluto, but he's not really playing anymore.
Neptune's got like red oceans and stuff. And it's also where the Event Horizon went missing.
Really?
Yeah.
That was like 20 years ago.
It's a great movie.
Okay, sure.
Hey, Paul W.S. Anderson does a movie that's good, you tell people.
22 years later.
Bad in Mortal Kombat.
I'll agree with that one.
Yeah. The next day, they spend some time together, fishing, bonfire, falling asleep to the snow channel. Remember when that was a thing?
Sure.
And we actually just had snow channels. Now it's just blue screens.
Sometimes I wonder if we should move away from this place.
I like it here. It's peaceful here, Red. This is like our little home.
She wakes him up and he's all like, oh God, what is it? What do you need? And it's like he's gonna kill a spider for her or something. Mm-hmm. But no, that's just good boyfriend. No. She's just like, oh, you were having a bad dream. She's like, oh, I don't remember. We should leave this place. Which is foreboding. And then
there's a storm coming. Yeah.
She tells him this messed up story about her dad and how he was getting them to kill these birds. I was like, you had a very great childhood.
Yeah, I think, was that like foreshadowing for things are gonna get fucked up, I guess? I don't know.
Well, I thought, like, boyfriend-wise, Cage took that really well.
Yes, he did.
He's very understanding and calm and relaxed.
He wasn't like, oh, wow, that's interesting. I'm just gonna slide towards over here.
I'm just gonna go get my keys and check if the engine's working. You stay here.
But you're right, it was good at establishing that this is this is a love story, that they care about each other, and that he will be upset with what's to come.
Cage is an Academy Award-winning actor. Like, he can...
Pardon me?
An Academy Award-winning actor. He can turn it on whenever he wants. I mean, there's movies like The Bad Lieutenant that were like not that long ago that people praise him in. Mm-hmm. And then there's, of course, anything with John Woo. Anything with John Woo and Cage is great.
But there's clearly a moment where he decided, I need a paycheck and I will do anything, as opposed to before that when he would actually, I don't know, do well at
acting. Are you talking Ghost Rider?
What was the one with the bees? It's all about the bees! Or something, man. I don't know.
I'm going to forget the name of that one, but there's a remake, and I heard the original made sense. This one did not.
Yes.
They're like, let's change everything about bees. All the desks will be beehives. Next day, we see Mandy going for a walk as she passes the Children of the New Dawn.
Friendly group.
Yeah, we get to see Jeremiah, who's a little smitten, played by Linus Roache. You pointed out to me that was Bruce Wayne.
That's right. Batman's daddy.
Dad, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't point out to me that, he was in Chronicles of Riddick. Because that's where I remember him from. Jeremiah and his crew are chilling in the hotel. Mother Marilyn's sitting next to him, and she's all, like, older, and she's just like, oh, is there anything I can do for you? And he's like, there's nothing you can do for me, Marlene. Go get Buddy.
I've moved on from you.
Yeah. Tired of you.
Do you hear me?
Yes, Jeremiah, I hear you.
Yes, Jeremiah. I hear you. Really? Because sometimes I don't think you hear anything at all.
Yeah. And so his buddy comes over and he's sitting there and he's kind of like, I think everybody in his flock kind of wants to do him. Well, there's kind of the messed up guys who don't have full brain function.
Yeah.
But like his friend's like,
I'll
do anything for you.
That's right.
And he's like, do you have the Horn of Apraxis? Which is one thing I love in this movie. Like, you got the Horn of Apraxis, you've got like this really cool dagger they give a cool name to, and it's like these legendary items in this random thing. And they try to world build and add this legend stuff to it. They go there to call forth the demons. Use the Horn of Apraxis, and it calls forth the motorbike gang that's messed up on LSD.
Yep.
And they wear spikes and leather and...
Are they alive? I guess they are, because they can be killed. I don't know.
They can be killed, but they are pretty impervious to some of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll get to it, but a guy gets an arrow through his neck, and that doesn't faze him.
No.
They give him one of the kits, the chubby one they sent. Offer them the chubby ones. Like, what are they gonna do with him? Like, these guys could do anything they want. Apparently, they're basically a biker gang that just like runs roughshod and just like kills people and sends messages, leaves heads on doorsteps. They can do anything they want. Like, why are they making deals with these guys so they can steal the chubby one? Like, why not just kill them all? So the next day, Cage and Mandy are watching old sci-fis, eating dinner in his tiger shirt. And he throws cigarettes into the tree. He did that when he was in the forest too. When he's cutting down stuff, just throws a cigarette away.
This shows this is the 80s and we didn't care.
Yeah.
You know.
Forest fire started somewhere.
That's right. Before Smokey the Bear. Before? I don't know.
Yeah. So they go to sleep in their cool bedroom. And then the demons are lit up like a hardcore 80s metal band in the forest. Just red lighting, music hits. Then we get some electricity in the bedroom, which is like Highlander-esque. And then the demons appear. I'm like, this is just a biker game, but they have stylized this so cool to make it seem like these are demons from hell. And they basically take Cage, barbed wire the shit out of him. They steal Mandy, and she sits in a chair with Lucy and Marlene. And they're like giving her eye drops of LSD. And a creepy bug that stings her.
Apparently, yeah, and makes it even more trippy, I guess.
Yeah. They set her up in a room with Jeremiah, who plays an album. It's this amazing song of how he's going to save the world. He's a former artist, but those bastards in Hollywood, they just wouldn't accept him.
And they're really going for the Charles Manson vibe, I guess, with that, where he was the same thing. He was going to make it, and of course the Hollywood people and the music industry like kept him down. So then he started to cult people and kill people.
Oh, he's got a procedure, like drug them, sting them with this like poisonous crap, and then make them fall in love with me.
So wait a minute, you don't even like this song when you're super high? Come on, come on.
Every seed that gives us life, every man must take a wife.
So, like, he basically strips down or whatever. He's got his little robe on or whatever.
I don't remember that part. I know what you're talking about.
He gets naked and his dong's out.
What?
You fully remember that.
Yeah,
Great detail, admit it.
Bruce Wayne's dad, no.
And she's just like laughing at the song and laughing at him, and he's freaking out at her.
Yeah.
And that's
He
like,
took it well.
Dude, like, if you're gonna be low confidence here, why did you plan to bang her in front of all your friends?
Because usually they're into it.
Yeah.
Probably, I would assume, like, they're all like, you know, like, ooh, maybe it'll be me tonight, you know? So, I don't know.
They do this a few times in the movie where it's just like they slow down the talking and they do this like cool little filter, and it's just really neat. I like it.
The face phase thing. It was neat. Yeah.
Stop looking at me. Stop. And their friends are all like this. But
like
we came to watch you have sex with her.
And you're naked. Like, what are you...
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Don't you fucking look at me! Don't you fucking look at me! Don't you fucking look at me!
And I wish they like showed a bit more of this, because they put her in a sleeping bag. We don't see that. We just see them drag a sleeping bag out and then hang it up on this thing, and Cage is watching it.
Take a good look, you worthless piece of human excrement. This is the tainted blade of the pale night, straight from the abyssal lair.
Like, that's just sweet.
You mean that's that rusty knife we had in the drawer in the kitchen?
Yeah. Just stab him with it. You know, he probably should die from this at some point, but he never does. And then they light the sleeping bag on fire and hang it, and it's just like, there should be screaming. She's inside that. Is the drugs keeping her from screaming?
Yeah, maybe it's no, probably not.
Fire is good when I'm high. Just watching Cage's face, just like, this is Academy Award winner.
Okay, I'll give you that. There was very good acting on Cage's part of this scene, because you really felt that he was losing something very precious to him, that he really cared about her, and he did a good job. For sure.
And typical bad guys, they leave them alive.
As you do. You want them to suffer with what they live through. Yeah.
So Cage crawls over, plays with the bones that are pretty charred, and then he goes to the bathroom and becomes Nick Cage.
Yes, that's exactly what he does.
He's got some vodka or rum in the bathroom there, and he's pouring it on the wound, cleaning it, you know.
Yeah.
But then he's also freaking out.
Right.
Fuck.
And he decided, okay, I'm Oscar worthy up until now. Let's go nuts.
I think he became more Oscar worthy. He's like, this goddamn Jesus freaks! He killed my girl.
It's a little much. It's just a little much.
He bandages his hands, so I'm assuming that he fixed this. We never see that, but I'm assuming if you bandage your hands, somehow the blade was like this.
Considering he lives to end the movie, he must have done something.
Yeah. Or he died and everything was an LSD fueled thing after that one point.
You decide.
Yeah, I mean, after that point, he shot that dude in the neck and he's still fighting him. I'm like, maybe that's when it changed. He goes to visit Bill Duke, that Bill Duke.
That guy.
I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun.
He's holding on to his crossbow and made some sweet arrows for him. Go right to the bone, Sean.
Yeah, it was a little kind of laid out a bit too easily for that. Like, oh, I know what you're gonna do, and you're gonna need this.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
he got the crossbow and he's like, oh, you're gonna need this. Yeah, arrows. Yeah, you generally need them for a crossbow. I'm glad. Glad you gave him that. we're not playing pretend hunt anymore. Yeah, he said he's gonna go hunt these Jesus freaks, kill this girl, and then we get a bunch of exposition from Bill Duke. It's just like, oh yeah, these motorcycle guys.
That's right.
You know, they do this bad stuff. And he's even making it sound like a legend, which is kind of cool.
What you're hunting is rabid animals, and you should go in knowing that your odds ain't that good, and you will probably die.
Like, we could have spent more time on this motorcycle gang as the main villains if we didn't already have some cool villains.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
So, I mean, give me a series on Mandy.
That's right. We can have a sequel.
Yeah, can we have like a 10-episode Netflix series of Nick Cage? Revenge. 10
Keep killing everyone I love.
I went back home after Mandy died and my pet turtle was dead.
That's right. Now you'll pay.
Did an investigation. It was some other group. Now they killed him.
I gotta stop living in the mountains. Jesus Christ.
I'm coming for my gun. Well, I got some bullets for that gun too. Yeah, so he basically he stalks this group because he kind of got the location from Billy.
Yep.
And he crossbows one guy off the bike, and the guy like gets up and he's wearing like this studded armor, like as biker gangs do.
Yeah.
And he runs him down with his truck, but his truck flips. Like, how tough is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, he died, but how tough is it? I'm guessing it's really a demon.
Well, again, I think it leads credence to the theory that maybe Nick Cage died when Mandy died, and this is all just either like his last thoughts of revenge in his head, because you're right, it gets really pretty surreal
Now, here's
after
what I
that
would have
moment.
done.
That's right. If I could just have 5... Yeah.
Yeah. Then they tie him up, put him in some, like, dungeon. And creepy dude asks Cage if he has a death wish. He's like, don't ask me that now, man. Don't ask me that now, man.
That's right. Like, I'm about to die.
If I was gonna say there's a part where the acting went crazy for Cage, it'd be that line there. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't. Not right now.
Not now. No.
I don't want to talk about that. A vicious snowflake.
And then he manages to knock that guy down a giant pit and he disappears. But what's weird is the guy that attacks him, like, after he deals with another guy looks like that guy. So, like, did he crawl out of this giant well?
Maybe they all look the same. Maybe they're all a bunch of brothers.
Who has a well in the basement of their house?
I don't know if we're supposed to be asking these questions, but...
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. The biker gang basically killed this couple, and you can see them dead lying in bed. They're squatting, and they're messy tenants.
Yeah, well, look, they're demon criminals, so yeah.
He sneaks up on one guy who has a knife for a penis. Is that odd? I don't know. I wrote a short story called Knife Dick once.
Really?
Yeah. But
How'd that end?
with a sequel in mind. Yeah, he's just got this giant knife blade above his penis. He's wearing pants. He's watching porn. And he's obviously not paying attention to porn because he can see Cage's reflection in the TV sneaking up behind him.
Exactly. He's just sharpening his blade.
And he's like trying to stab Cage with this knife dick.
We really think it's a good movie. It doesn't sound like it right now. It's a really good movie.
No, this stuff I'm saying is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Come over here, Nick Cage. I want to stab you with my knife dick.
Yeah. It's a dick blade, man. Cage manages to kill him. And then Naju comes out, starts shooting at him, and he battles that guy, and he just snaps his neck. Like, we've not established Cage has this ability, this skill of snapping necks. It's not easy.
Well, you got cutting down trees, snapping necks. It's the same thing.
It's like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. How did he learn to rip throats?
Don't ever speak ill of Roadhouse.
But Gruber, I get it. He goes on a throat-ripping tear, but Patrick Swayze, come on. He finds his sweet axe, which I skipped over. He made an axe.
That's true.
He forged an axe. He also has these skills.
Yes.
This is a sweet axe. I would own it.
No, it was awesome axe.
It's cool.
I can't remember the name if it had one, but it was pretty sweet. No, he doesn't name it, does he? No.
No,
Just sweet ass axe.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call it.
And then he does a little coke because it's there.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah, this mountain of coke. He's just like, I'm getting tired.
You kill the demon bikers who, were responsible for your life going to shit, and they killed other people, and then you kill the guy with the dick knife while watching porn, and then you do some of his
tries to kill you with a dick knife. Is that not an unsettling situation where you might do some drugs?
I don't. Sure.
All right. Well, I can't test this theory on you.
Again, it's a good movie.
Yeah. And then he finds the jar of the LSD, and he's just like,
He's like, well, why not?
We start jumping into some animation.
Yes.
We get some cool, like, kind of grunge 80 metal animation. I've seen Mandy, and she, like, at one point she's, like, taking a heart out of a dead, like, demon creature, and it, like, starts glowing. And it's just, it's neat. It's different.
Yes. It's very stylized. It's very awesome.
I liked it. And then he goes and he finds a dude that's just warming himself by the car fire.
As you would.
Yeah. I mean, you would think the leather would keep you warm, but who knows if these guys even bathe.
It's also the revenge, too, or the murder keeps you warm.
Yeah. Murder's that warm thing that you go to sleep with at night. And he crossbows him through the neck, and the guy's just like...
It's like, that. No, try again.
And then they have a sweet fight with a knife and his axe. Eventually he chops his head off, and then he lights a cigarette on his burning head.
Again, as you do.
Yeah. And he steals a dune buggy, and he rides to a radio tower because Duke told him that location as well, of where the LSD is being made from. And it's the dude that played Goat in Doom, and that's where I remember him from. I don't know if that's bad for him or not. I mean,
you remember him, that's good.
He did talk about going to Taiwan for ladyboys, and he was a creepy guy that deserved to get killed in that movie, so... And he's got a caged tiger named Lizzie. And he's a chemist, and he's when he knows he's in some shit, he's just like, it's like, might as well enjoy
That's
this.
the thing to do, apparently.
So Cage is there, covered in blood, and he's not saying much. And the guy's having this like drug-fueled conversation. I was like, man, you're right, Lizzie, go. And he releases Tiger, and Tiger runs off.
Oh man, they wronged you. Why they gotta be like that?
He tells him about Jeremiah, and this is like he's having this conversation, and Cage isn't having to say anything. It's all telepathical.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool.
Well, the guy knows why he's there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, smart guy.
Well, it's probably happened before.
Revenge.
Oh, not again. God damn it.
Yeah, my gypsy guy.
I keep telling them they gotta kill the boyfriend. I don't know why they live. Anyway.
Off to find the children of Newtown, and he gets to a canyon where there's some buried cars. Kind of cool location. Takes a nap by the river, and then he spots them by a church that's kind of still under construction. And I gotta say, like, it's the perfect location for this. Like, it's nobody would go there. Like, it's between these mountains and stuff. But like, when you're going to light that on fire later, like, there's no risk of fire hazard. So like, they could burn an actual size building, which was cool. It's something they don't do anymore.
Right.
It's always CGI flames.
But let's build this church in the middle of nowhere in the canyon and nothing near it. Yeah.
With this sweet ass basement.
Yeah.
He takes out Buddy from the band there. Just grabs him. He's driving with Lucy or whatever, and he's just like puts the end of his thing in his mouth through it. And he looks at Lucy, and she's the one person that might be redeemable in that group.
Yes.
Poor innocent Lucy that was, called to satisfy Jeremiah a few times. Yeah,
But she was witness to all the murdering too, wasn't she?
And she was there when they were drugging Mandy, so
yeah,
she's an accomplice. She would do some time.
Yeah, I think
Maybe she...
I think he dropped the ball. He dropped the killer axe on that one.
She could wander off and have a normal life outside of this cult.
Or start a new cult.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's the sequel.
Yeah, there you go.
She could be this like sexy hot leader now because she was this timid shy girl,
Yeah.
and then she comes back as the sexy hot leader. She's like, "We need to get Cage," and Cage just started over with a new life.
And then she starts drugging men, and then she gets naked. And they're like, "I would have had sex with you without the drugs, honey."
Oh man! Make sequel to Mandy.
You're welcome, Hollywood. You're welcome.
That's how it's done. Oh, this wasn't even made by Hollywood, man. But
That's true.
that's probably why it was so good.
Yeah.
He comes across Brother Hanker, and he shows him some great axe throwing skills.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, what's that sound? I was like, where did he train with this axe? He just made it. He's so good. This is perfectly balanced for throwing.
That's right.
Then he decides to switch it up, and he has a chainsaw fight with Brother Klopek.
Super long chainsaw fight.
Who has a bigger one? Wow.
Like it's a monster
Yeah.
chainsaw. Like I don't know. I don't cut down trees, but like this must be like 1,000-year-old tree type of chainsaw we're talking about here.
Even then, that would be difficult, but Cage has some performance issues with his chainsaw.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, but I was just like, man, like, he only put down the axe so that we could get a cool chainsaw fight in this movie. Like, they're just like, let's list things we want.
Yeah. What's better than an axe fight? A chainsaw fight.
And when he eventually like defeats him and he knocks him down on top of the chainsaw, so like you've done a great practical thing here. You don't actually have to see the chainsaw killing the guy, but he's lying there shaky and the blood's going everywhere, and it's such cool visuals.
It's a great movie.
He gets inside the church, finds a passageway through hell,
Mm-hmm.
falls in tunnel, and finds a crying Marlene, who admits she's the most sensitive lover because of her empathy. She can anticipate her lover's moves.
Right.
So we have that in common, Marlene.
Why is she second fiddle, Marlene? Why?
Oh, well, you know, she aged out.
Happens.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then we see Cage, he just moves on and heads down, finds Jeremiah chilling in a room, and he tosses Marlene's head and just like, ah.
That's right.
Well done. And Jeremiah's just like, brother, oh my god, it's dead.
Be like, fun fact, she did not see that coming.
Yeah. Well, they weren't making love, Sean. That's when her powers are there. You're going to kill me. Yes.
Possibly. Should pull a magic 8-ball at that point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Try again later.
Try again.
Get this rant of brilliance from Jeremiah. He's like putting down Cage, and he's like, "You're pathetic. You're not worthy of anything.
Yeah.
But I want to save your soul. You still can be saved."
Yeah.
You aren't even worth my spit. Hate in your heart. That's the blame. Follows you everywhere, man.
Once he realizes he doesn't stand a chance against Cage, he's all like, "Oh, come on, man. I'll suck your dick. I'll suck your dick." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like laughing so much at the theater at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we enjoy to see bad people
Yeah.
get what's coming to them.
And then like when he realizes like he doesn't have to suck dick, he's all like Gollum. He's like, "Arr." And it's just like, he's brilliant. Like, he does such a good job in this, fully commit to the role.
Yep.
Your salvation, your cleansing by my hand. I'll blow you, man. I'll suck your fucking dick.
And then Cage, I thought maybe he was gonna thumb his eyes out, but no. He has the strength to crush his
head.
skull.
Crush his head.
And it's okay. It's believable in this.
Well, up to this point, yeah, it's not the weirdest thing that's happened.
No. The animation's the weirdest thing. And then he lights the place on fire, practically done. Looks really cool. And gets in a car, drives off. We have that flashback of the first time he meets Mandy.
Mm-hmm.
She's got her scars and stuff, and she's all like, "Oh, he looked at me."
Yeah, you like rock
and he
music.
keeps staring at me. Oh, I like him. And then he looks over and he sees her sitting in the car, and he drives off into this alien sunset.
With the weirdest look on his face I've ever seen.
Okay,
That says it for Nick Cage.
This was the brilliant thing though. Like he sees her, she sees him, and he's dressed normal, and he looks normal, and then it goes back to her point of view, and he's covered in blood. Like
Yes. With that stare of death.
Hey, you do LSD and look normal. So, that's the movie, Sean.
It is the movie.
Final thoughts?
Again, like I said a few times throughout, amazing movie. Just in terms of stylistically, and the music is amazing. But yeah, I think it's not supposed to be taken literally, even though we're kind of dissecting it literally. But you know, it is about the passion of being in love and that being taken away from you, and what you feel you could do to bring revenge to whoever took it away from you. I would think. My take, basically.
Yeah. No, I loved every step this movie took. I mean, it's got good pacing. There's a lot of artsy stuff to it, and it's like an hour of setup, like before he goes on his revenge.
Yeah.
And that he has a cool friend played by Bill Duke. That Bill Duke.
You're ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give up position one more time, I'll bleed you. Real quiet. Leave you here. Got that?
The revenge stuff is great. The fact that he's not just going around killing people, that we're actually hearing these people talk sometimes, it adds so much. Usually, like Liam Neeson goes around, he just, and then you get like, you know, this guy's trying to save his soul. Be like, oh, you live in this tainted world, and they're not wrong. World terrible, yeah. I mean, this is '83, so it's not as bad as it is today. But oh no, this is a lovely movie, and you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yes.
For sure.
Very good.
Well, as always, thanks for watching.
Bye.